and the Washington football team. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gandy-Golden there to make the grab. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
2nd and 5. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run into big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Off the play fake. Howell. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. From the gun, Howell. Left with no option here but to throw it away.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
And now this throw complete to Washington. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. And he was able to run free after the catch.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Howell, flush to his right, and he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Howell, escaping the pressure right. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Howell flushed out right. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll look to throw again. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Sliding out of the pocket. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Off play action. Howell eluding the pressure right. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 36. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. Off the play fake. Howell rolling to his right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. We'll check on his status when we get back. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Off the bootleg. Howell. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run here with Balazs. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Kalen Balazs taking it in from 7 yards away. And Washington has taken the lead.
Well, if there's ever an area on the field that the fullback would get involved as a ball carrier, that was it. And that's exactly what we just saw. The big fella barreling in for the score.
Slide for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play there on the catch and run. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. Pollard again. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Pollard. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard, fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Gay is on for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. They went with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's taken to the 26. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Back to throw here. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. He's got a man. Complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. It's caught. Tolbert. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the 1st half. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try again with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Graham. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wild card matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. These two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Howell. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Howell. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st down, Howell eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And that's complete to Gandy Golden. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll find Gandy Golden there, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
He'll try again, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from a yard out. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Now the ball comes loose, and it's Washington that scoops it up. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the 3rd quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take it.
And caught it up. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. throwing on first down. Howell. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Back to throw. Howell throwing for his running back, and he's got it. Complete. Touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the interception by the Washington defense leads to a touchdown. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team into the playoffs as a wild card. And now here he is on the road looking to get his guys to the second round. It's certainly a tough task no matter how you slice it.
Oh, I absolutely agree 100%. And while no one around the franchise is going to, co-sign on what I'm about to say, because all they're focused on is winning this game. But let's face it, partner, no matter what happens in this one, they've got their quarterback to build their roster around for the future. That's got to feel good for everyone associated with this team.
Back to throw again. Flush to his right.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll wind up losing 11 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. They'll set up a throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. He'll look to throw. Now he's forced out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge. And Gay knocks this one through. And that'll bring him back within 4. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Howell. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
On 1st and 10, Howell escaping the pressure right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they... And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jamin Davis, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And Washington going to add on to their lead.